air pollution, and a definite threat to human health and the fragile atmosphere of our one and only planet Earth. Picture a city. Now make it a supermassive metropolis such as Beijing that literally cramps the population of New Zealand times 4. There's approximately 22 million civilians going about their daily life. And guess what? To weigh on that even more, they're a victim to the toxicity of the main causes of global warming. Now imagine that city with a cloud of a looming hazy fog pumped with pollutants such as a particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide that exceed borderline healthy for humans to breathe. Sickness and increased respiratory and cardiovascular mortality, lung cancer and heart diseases placed on the most vulnerable immune systems, such as elderly and children, could prove fatal, or even the average healthy human being due to this pollution. Consider the numerous residents of Beijing. Among many occupants of the region, take a concerned mother, the amount of stress you will sustain not just for yourself, but your child, from something so avoidable. What is this avoidable subject? Well, it is nothing other than the unfathomable climate change, specifically the causes. Fossil fuels used and carbon dioxide spat out from the exhaust of a vehicle or the towering chimneys of factories into the air that we, mankind, have built for our own technological advances. How about changing those advances to be powered by a resource that is logically correct and sustainable choice, such as a hydro-powered electricity, to be considered? That resource doesn't run out, as fossil fuels will do eventually. Agriculture is then also a source triumphing the production of emissions. Greenhouse gases from large herds of animals creating methane and deforestation at a mass in rainforest for planting. World Health Organization, or put as WHO for short, data provides evidence that 99% of the global population inhale air that breaches WHO guideline limits, containing daunting levels of pollutants. Countries beneath the title of First World suffer from the unretained exposure of terrible air quality the most, which is what more powerful countries have as consequences, like the US, place on these countries within poverty and less technology access. Now what does the future look like if no ways have been changed? The Earth's atmosphere, which keeps oxygen securely in our planet and protects us from daylight, UV rays of the sun, has been enhanced by human activity greenhouse gases for the worst. Heat is trapped by the thick layer of CH2, N20 and CO2 that has been pumped excessively into the atmosphere. Radiated heat escapes, causing the atmosphere to rise the average temperature and essentially becoming its own heater for the planet, melting the ice in the North Pole as an entire by 2030. And by 2035, the Earth rising to 1.5 degrees Celsius will become irreversible. Heat waves will roll out at a much more frequent pace, causing droughts and wildfire amongst many regions as air quality worsens and precipitation intensifies. The world would turn into a hellfire. Extreme weather events are put at a higher likeliness, destroying agriculture that will already be failing. Flooding determined to annihilate coastal areas. By 2125, more than 9% of the human population will cease to exist. More than 180,000 species will be at risk of extinction, and more than 23% of the world's global natural habitats will die off. There has been 5 mass extinction events throughout the time Earth has been in existence. Nothing says this wouldn't exist. Except it isn't 2035 yet, which means there isn't no light at the end of the tunnel. You've probably had all the necessary changes you need to make shoved down your throat about climate change already. And you know what? Take them seriously. Honestly, mind-blowing stuff. Though there are plenty of changes to be made in your or others' livelihood in order to stop utmost catastrophe, so please pay mind of the following information. Transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy and monitoring where you're getting your energy from and thinking if it's time to make a change to solar panels will significantly benefit the planet. Also, saving a lot on your power bill, so it benefits your wallet as well. Another way is ways of our day-to-day life, such as transportation, changing to an e-vehicle. I don't really encourage a lithium-ion battery due to the emissions that go to the constructing the engine, so possibly go for an ethical method like bikes, skateboards, or simply the legs. Food in the average supermarket can be imported from all around the world. The amount of carbon miles on any item can be enormous, and to spend a little extra attention on the label from where the product is made is highly valued. A strictly locally sourced diet is a great way to go, and decreasing or eliminating the consumption of red meat is educating and influencing the viewer is the main purpose of this. So please think a little harder about your carbon footprint, and if possibly able to make changes is remarkable, but if not, that's okay. Not everyone can adapt because of personal clashings, but being aware is cool, so don't feel too guilty if you cannot make changes. Just know Earth is the only planet we have. Nurture it